Hi, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Off Air. Casey and Kristen here. Thanks again to Food City for sponsoring Off the Air, our podcast, episode number 11. My, how time flies. And I think there's only one place to start tonight. We have a new member in the podcast studio, our first guest.
He's so cute. Can you see him? His name is Chipper, and he's asleep.
Right there he is. It's hard to see in the blanket there.
His name is Chipper, a.k.a. Chip or Chippy or Chipper Dipper or whatever you'd like to call him.
The newest member of your family.
The newest member of my family. He's just a baby. He's a little dachshund wiener dog, and he's just the best. We actually got him a week ago, but we had so much to talk about on our last podcast that we didn't even get to little Chipper. So here he is. He's making a visit to the news station tonight.
But this is better to see him in person than to hear about him, than like last week.
That's right. And I think everyone's already a big fan here.
Obviously, I got to meet him about 10 minutes before we started recording this podcast for the first time, and little Chipper was doing great. Now, the name, is it from the former Atlanta Braves great Chipper Jones at all?
That would be, you would be correct. Yeah, so we named him Chipper because my husband didn't want a dog and I wanted a dog. So in every good marriage, we compromised. And we got a dog. And so with the compromise was, well, you could name him. So he is named after an Atlanta Braves player, which is my husband's favorite team and my favorite team too. So I can't really complain about that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But so there he is, little Chippy.
And you have to worry about him getting traded to another team. Then we named the dog after a guy who's not even on the Braves anymore. Chipper Jones retired.
Yeah.
Always being Atlanta Braves.
No, I thought Acuna or
doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Yeah. Acuna.
Not really as cute. So yep. He's a good
right.
little dog. We tuckered him out. I mean, we played with him for 5 minutes, and now he's tired.
Well, he's a little guy.
Yeah.
And how much bigger will he get?
So right now he's 3 pounds. 3 pounds. And I think he'll get about to be 14 pounds.
Oh, my
gosh. So he's still going to be a pretty little
amazing.
guy.
But still, I mean, he's going to be he could be 5 times bigger than he is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to enjoy the puppy stage while we have it. Aww.
All right. Chipper, welcome to the family, and you're the first guest on the Off Air podcast. How does that make you feel? We've already put him to sleep. All right. That's what we've done to you out there as well, I am sure. Let's start with Food City because you and I have both been there within the last week.
Yeah.
Work-wise, last week I was the Storm Tracker Tour, the Food City out in Weber City. A little chilly. We were out there last Thursday.
It looks like you had a great crowd, though.
We did. We had a very good crowd. I mean, Dave's been to all of them. So, I mean, he's been a better judge. I mean, I've been to 3. It's the best crowd of the 3 that I have gone to. And Dave and some of our salespeople who go more frequently have said that was right up there with the best crowd we had. And
That's great.
It was cold. The staff at that Food City in Weber City was very welcoming, accommodating, and the people were so very nice as well. So I had a great time. Everybody did, despite, again, being a little chilly. We all toughed through it, got through it together. A lot of people giving Dave a little hard time about the weather, which is even better to see Dave getting a hard time. But I had a great time out there. That was the next to last stop on the Storm Tracker Tour. The last one's coming up December the 12th in Irwin. So I was at Food City last week. You were at Food City earlier this week, helping out with the United Way Celebrity Bagging event.
Yes. So it's actually something that I usually do every single year since, working for WCYB. I really enjoy it. But yeah, we come and we bag groceries and we try not to, break anything. And then we hopefully get you to donate some money to United Way. And of course, 100% of the proceeds go to our communities here locally, which is great too, because I know they've done a lot for the Hurricane Helene relief. So it was really fun. Me and Janya got to bag for a long time and chat. And then Liam came by as well. So
awesome.
And a big shout out to Hutch as well, because we did some live shots too for the news. And so Hutch shot those, and he always does a good job of following me around. And I'm like, let's do this. And he's like, okay. So it was a good time.
All right. So you both were at Food City within the last week. Is it Chipper check-in? He's still asleep. Okay. We'll see how long we can go here in the podcast. Now, before we get into Thanksgiving, of course, want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. This podcast coming out on Thanksgiving. But before that, got some big news. I want to make sure I get this right here. Kristen nominated for a Nashville Mid-South Emmy Award. We got this note last week from our boss in the Hard News Report category for her story on Float for Life Drowning Prevention that aired earlier in the year. And sometimes we have awards statewide where it's broken into large TV markets and smaller TV markets. And the Tri-Cities is on the smaller side. But the Emmys, there are no such distinctions. So all the other finalists in this category are from Nashville, which is a top 30 television market. And this half of the Off Air podcast is one of the 5 finalists. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to get killed on Emmy Day, but it's fine.
That is not true.
It's still nice to be nominated, and I really appreciate it.
This is your second time.
Yes, this is.
And you won the last time you were nominated.
I did, yeah. So once in a lifetime kind of thing. So yes. I don't know if it'll happen twice, but, who knows?
Well, we will certainly keep you updated. We're not going to find out, though, until February the 15th.
Right.
So we're still about over 2 months away before we'll find out. So we will definitely circle back.
But here's the thing. Out of all the stories, let me just say this about it. Out of all the stories
tell people what the story was if they don't know.
Right. So from all the stories that I've done, not that, any story, every single story is important that we do, I think. But this one to me just is so important because I spoke with a mom from Blountville. Many people know her, Nicole, and her son died. He drowned a few years ago. And so she has just been this big advocate and is pushing for, drowning prevention. And so I talked to her, and then I talked to the Y too, because the Y does a really cool program called Float for Life. And they teach kids as young as a couple months old.
The YMCA in Bristol,
yes,
yeah.
To learn to float on their backs so that when they get in the water, if they fall in or whatever happens to them, they can float. But it's really cool to see. And it's kind of scary at first because you watch these like couple-month-old babies getting thrown into a pool, but they know how to do it. They know how to float on their back and survive. And that's the biggest thing. And, one of the things that Nicole always hits home about is we spend so much time with our kids, making sure our grapes are cut up because you don't want them to choke. Or, you pick out the right car seat because you don't want them to get in a car accident. But drowning is the leading cause of death in kids. Number 1 cause. So, just, like if we put more work into making sure we prevent drowning and teach kids, of course, how to swim, but more importantly, how to survive. That's the key. So very important story. And I was really happy to do it.
And did it in your story, I believe, did you not was there not a lady from Knoxville that came up here to Bristol to have her child participate in these classes, and it ended up saving the life?
Yep. And it actually is a relative of David Boyd, actually.
Okay.
And so she knew these classes were happening. They're from Knoxville, but they knew that these classes were happening here, and they don't offer them in Knoxville. So she drove to Bristol weekly to have her child do this. And then you can watch the story. There's video of her daughter falling in the pool, and she does the starfish maneuver. It was captured on their Ring camera at home, and she survived. So pretty neat.
The program is called Little Floaters at the Y.
Yes.
And that is open to, again, you don't have to be a member at the Y to participate in that. They do that several times throughout the year. So if you are interested out there, you contact the Bristol YMCA, and they can probably give you a schedule of when the next class will be. And the people that teach that are great. And it is a great program.
Yes. So if you have little kids, highly recommend it. The report gives you some good tips too on just like flotation devices too, because I think that's like a big crutch is putting kids in like, puddle jumpers or things like that. But really the best thing that you can do is teach them how to swim. So.
All right. So again, you can check that story out anytime, and we will certainly circle back. Again, Kristen will find out on February the 15th if she will now be a 2-time Emmy winner, but no matter what, she's a 2-time Emmy nominated, and that is awesome. So congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
Once again. All right, so let's talk a little Thanksgiving now. Some favorite memories, what's your favorite dish for Thanksgiving?
My favorite dish. I just love the turkey, and I love the cranberry sauce. And let me tell you, the cranberry sauce has to be out of the can, and I want to see it in the can mold.
Okay.
I want it to just come out and be one big gelatinous.
Gelatinous.
Yes, gelatinous can-shaped cranberry sauce, and that's all I need. That and the turkey. It's the best. That's my
turkey,
favorite.
Definitely up there. The other one I would say would be like sweet potato casserole or sweet potato, whatever. however you
That's
make
your
it, sweet
favorite?
potatoes. Yeah, I love sweet potatoes. So that's going to be
With the
that my favorite.
marshmallows?
I could do without the marshmallows. I don't need the marshmallows. It's fine with the brown sugar. I don't need the marshmallows, but I certainly wouldn't turn it down. But yeah, and then just favorite memories wise, obviously Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Just being with the family, it's the kind of the first holiday post, I guess, really like Labor Day, which it was not really a big get together. At least it wasn't in our family. You have 4th of July, then it's all the way kind of to Thanksgiving. So it was kind of the first holiday in a while. You see some extended relatives, everybody around, catching up, eating a lot of great food, having football on. And so, yeah, that's my favorite memories, just having all the family together over the years, whether, and we were growing up, we rotated sometimes, it was at our house, or we would go to a cousin's house or grandparents' house, just always kind of seemed to rotate around.
Yeah.
So.
I love it. I love Thanksgiving. I am sad that I won't be with my family. They'll be in Georgia, but I'll see them at Christmas and we will get to spend time with my in-laws, which is always great too. So we're going to go over to my brother-in-law's house this year, which is new. We've not been over there. So it should be fun. I'm in charge of bringing the deviled eggs and some sodas.
All right. My mom and brother are coming down from Pittsburgh. They're coming down on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So we're going to do a little delayed celebration with them on Saturday. That's going to be our...
What you cooking?
I'm not cooking anything. My wife is cooking. We got the menu. I think we're doing turkey. We're doing sweet potato. My mom's making the sweet potatoes, and apple pie is my favorite dessert she makes ever. She's making a homemade apple pie. That's
right. Save me a slice of that.
Highly unlikely that'll happen, but we'll see. We'll see. I think macaroni and cheese, I think, is on the menu.
I need the pie.
She watches the podcast.
I need a slice just saved, especially for me, so I can taste what you've been raving about for years.
Yes. Apple pie. I told her she should open up a store, and other people in the family have said that too, but it'd be a lot of
do you eat it with ice cream?
No, just cold. I like it better cold.
Really?
Out of the fridge than warm out of the oven. Yeah. Wow. I'd rather have it cold. I'll take one warm piece, but then the rest of it I would like to just be totally cold.
Okay. Yeah. Man, that means it's really good.
So we're having a little delay on. We're going to celebrate on Saturday with our little small get together. Then my wife's family, we're going to see them at Christmas time as well. We're going to be down in Florida for Christmas, seeing her family. So it'd be weird for me being in Florida for Christmas. Yeah. Never been below Tennessee for Christmas. So that'll be weird in about a month or so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
All right. So that's our Thanksgiving. I guess now it's time to check some receipts for last week. And it was a mixed bag of results. We both lost our college games. We're kind of struggling. Both of us are struggling in college picks, and Chipper is not happy with our picks either. No, you can look at his squirming and everything there. Last week, you took Army, went very patriotic pick over Notre Dame.
It was a bad
They got destroyed. And I took Virginia Tech to beat Duke by 3, and they lost to Duke by 3. So we both lost. You are now 5-5 in college. I'm 6-4. But NFL, we both won last week. You took the Titans +8 over the Texans. Not only did they won the game outright, the Titans did. So that was a great pick. And I had the Ravens in the Harbaugh Bowl on Monday Night Football. Older brother John got the better of Jim again. So I am now 8-1 in NFL picks. Red hot. You are nipping on my heels at 7-2.
I'm close.
So we are really doing well NFL picks. College, we got some room to improve. This is rivalry week in college, last week of the regular season. I know, Chipper, I can't believe it either. Time flies. You are going with a big rivalry game. I actually am not. I don't think it's a big rivalry, but I guess not every game can be a rivalry. But you're going to the Palmetto State. Big game, South Carolina, Clemson.
Yep.
Clemson is favored by 2.5. The game is at Clemson. Who you got?
I'm picking Carolina.
South Carolina, a little mini upset Kristen is going with.
And somewhere, Lauren Bradford is very mad at me. If she's watching.
If she even sees it, probably
not going to be happy with me, but
we will know if she does watch it, though, because you'll hear about it.
Yes.
If you don't hear about it, that means Lauren didn't watch this week's episode. I am going to Syracuse. They're playing Miami. Miami's got a lot to play for, trying to get in the ACC championship. Syracuse, though, is at home, getting 11 points. That is a lot. I'm taking Syracuse +11 over Miami.
Oh, man. Okay.
And then NFL, we're both taking some Sunday games. There are, of course, 3 games on Thanksgiving. We're not taking any of those. Your Falcons coming off their bye week.
Yep.
They're going to be at
They're
home
going to be fired up.
against the Chargers.
That's right. And my family's going to that game. I couldn't make it because I'm a mom.
Yeah.
And I have some stuff to do here.
And you're also 4.5 hours away.
And I'm 4.5 hours away, so kind of hard to
Yeah.
just pick up and go. But so I'm gonna have to pick the Falcons because the Quons will be cheering.
Falcons are getting 2.5 points at home against the Chargers, and Kristen's thinking the power of the Quons will pull them through.
That's right.
To get a win. All right,
It's strong power.
Strong power.
Yeah.
I'm going even closer than Atlanta. I'm going to Charlotte, real close as we can get to in NFL.
The Panthers.
Saying the Panthers, they are getting 6 points from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Panthers only lost by 3 last week to Kansas City. Played the Chiefs very tough. They've been playing better. So divisional game, even though Carolina's 3-8, I'm going to take the Panthers +6 at home against Tampa Bay.
I'm excited to watch.
All right, now
football.
Because you got Chipper, I'm gonna the last part of the podcast here. We got to try. You expand my horizons. I will get the things this week.
Thank you so much.
You are
He's snoozing.
up.
He's snoozing away here. He's just enjoying. Okay, so I brought 2 cups from the break room. Okay, so the first thing is going to be this snack. It's called Takis.
Takis.
Now, normally I think they make
Takis
them in
needed.
like a hot flavor. Like there was a lot of hot options, like kind of like a hot fry. But I don't do spicy. So this is the sweet version. This is new. This is called Churro Charge.
Churro Charge.
Have you ever had a churro?
I think I may have had one. Yes, I might have had a churro.
So this is going to be like a churro chip.
Okay.
And look, and of course, for Thanksgiving, I got us some cranberry raspberry ginger ale. This is new as well for Thanksgiving. Came out.
Oh.
I've not had it. Do you like ginger ale?
I really don't. Kelly loves it.
Has she had the cranberry raspberry
I
ginger ale?
don't think so. I'll have to ask her though.
Chipper knows there's food. He's awake.
He's like, can I get some?
He's like, I know what chips are. Thank you so much. I feel like being waited on here. This is nice.
No, absolutely. You deserve it. This Emmy nominated. At least I could do here.
It smells very good. I think you should pour yourself a bigger cup than that.
Well, let's see if I like it first, before you go all in here.
All right. We're going to try this.
Are we going to do the drinks
See,
first?
it's winter edition. So that's as close. I told Casey earlier, I was trying to find something Thanksgiving themed. And
I'm so glad you didn't find what you were looking for.
What they did have is they had DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza. And I looked everywhere for it. It had like turkey and gravy on it, but could not find it. So
that would have been disgusting.
It could have been delicious.
Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving.
That's delicious. 10.
No rocket. I don't think you're allowed to have any of these here, Chipper. Now the churro.
Okay. Churro. Look how he woke up.
Yeah. He's like, I smell that on your fingers.
I don't know about this.
It kind of tastes like a Frito to me.
It's like a sweet Frito.
Yeah, I'm getting a Frito.
But it's not very sweet. Like it needs more sugar.
Well, it says non-spicy. And it says here, cinnamon and sugar, but not enough sugar, according to Kristen.
No, it needs more sugar. Okay. Give it a rating.
These I'm going to give a 4. The Takis.
Huh?
I can Taki relieve it. Ginger ale, I'll give a 5.
Oh my gosh, this is a 10. 10 out of 10.
No.
No,
It's
10 out of 10. That's delicious. Yeah.
If you're looking for what this ginger ale, it's got 72% of your daily sugar in a 12 ounce for the ginger ale.
Well, we don't need to know that.
So there you go. And
Let's
then
see if
these
Chipper likes it.
Takis,
I don't think he likes it.
These probably a little healthier for you.
Mm.
And it's manufactured and distributed by Barcel USA in Coppell, Texas.
He didn't eat it.
So there you go.
Yeah, no, not a big fan.
Okay.
I'd give that maybe like a 3.
Oh, so I'm going higher than you in the Takis.
Yeah, not a fan of the Takis. It needs more flavor. It needs more cinnamon and sugar.
It's more cinnamon and sugar.
More cinnamon and sugar. I want more sugar. Always.
So right. I guess also I'll let me give you a shout out real quick before we end things here. In high school football, 3 teams in our area still alive. Getting to practice on Thanksgiving is always kind of a benchmark for teams. If you get to that point, that means you've had a really, really good season.
Aww.
So I want to give a shout out to Eastside, Rye Cove, and Union. Those 3 teams getting to practice, still want to get into practice on Thanksgiving. Eastside and Rye Cove are playing each other on Friday. So one of them will get to play into December. Whoever wins will move on. And Union has to go up to Graham in Bluefield. They're playing on Saturday afternoon up in Bluefield. So best of luck to our 3 teams. Again, one of them guaranteed, Rye Cove and Eastside. One of them will move on to the semifinals, and maybe Union can join them in Class 2. But
then what happens? Then where do you go?
Well, it'd be the state semifinals. You play that at one of the schools. It depends who you play. So it's not a neutral site till the state championship. If any of them make it, would be in Salem. That would be on actually December the 14th. Virginia is so late. I mean, they're a week behind. Tennessee's in the state semifinals this week.
Right.
None of our teams are still playing. Greenville was the only one playing last week. They lost. So Tennessee is a week ahead of Virginia. So it's semifinals this week in Tennessee. Virginia's quarterfinals. So yeah, Virginia, it's crazy that December 14th is their state championship.
That is very late.
I know. So, I mean, you look at Rye Cove, Eastside, and Union, they still need to play to win a state championship. They got 3 more games they have to win. That's just crazy that there's still a lot of football to be played in Virginia. But certainly, again, at least we know one team will be moving on between Rye Cove and Eastside. But it's a big accomplishment to be practicing on Thanksgiving. So good luck to all 3 schools this weekend. Once again, I want to thank Food City for sponsoring the off-air podcast with Casey and Kristen. And thank you to Chipper for making his first appearance. Chipper. Have a great, safe Thanksgiving holiday, everybody out there. Enjoy your time with family, friends, and loved ones. And when we see you next, it'll be December.
Crazy.
Have a great weekend.